is Reyna. Reyna, do you copy?
Welcome to Pearl, the first Valorant map that's located on the Omega version of Earth, where climate change got as bad as they thought it would be back in the 80s. The entire world is flooded, and people now live in underwater cities protected by massive domes. Look, there are even trains connected between the domes. Isn't that adorable? Sadly, you can't visit them, as the illusion breaks the moment you get outside of the dome. Looks like the Truman Show finally got a sequel, huh? While we are out here, we might as well see what's going on above the surface of the water, and yeah, everything we love and know is a blatant lie. Even the sunken ship and sea animals are just cardboard cutouts. If you are wondering why Riot did this, it's because frame rates are everything. Having a massive 3D model of a sunken ship or massive sea animals moving around would definitely tank your frames. But who cares about what's going on outside of the dome? Let's see what dark and terrible secrets lay in this underwater prison. The first thing you might have noticed when you watched the cinematic is that they were in some kind of comic store. And that store is actually on the map itself. There is no way to get there, as it's completely blocked off, but if we go into ghost mode in a custom game, we can actually look what's going on inside the store. Throughout the store, there are multiple cardboard cutouts of our agents scattered about, and many comic books. 3 comics for $5? That's not bad. Wait a minute, $1? I thought Pearl was located in Portugal. And as far as I know, the Portuguese use euros as currency and not dollars. Strange, must be a small oversight, right? Anyway, upstairs we can find small chibis, and I've got to say, the sage one in particular is amazing. It's actually not the first time we see these chibis, neither is it the first time we see a store dedicated to the agents of Valorant. On the map split, coincidentally also on the defending side, you can find the goodie store on the left. We even have the little chibis there. At least that would be the case, because apparently in the recent update, they went bankrupt, and now they are an esports hub. Oh, there they are. That is the wrong game, buddy. And this guy can't wait for his shift to end. Coming back to the Omega store, downstairs behind the counter, you can find a body armor wearing bear, a suicidal squirrel, and what is this? A book of secrets? It seems like it's referring to a song. Only one way to find out what it sounds like. I'm pretty sure it sounds a tad different, as I have no clue what or how this program works. But according to Reddit, it's the Z music that plays when you inspect your Spectrum weapon. And I can safely say that it fits the bill. On top of the book not being an insane mystery, it's also nothing new and doesn't have anything to do with Pearl, as the music can also be found on Breeze. I had my hopes up. It seems like the agents in this universe really care about their fanbase and people, as they sign comic books every Wednesday from 6 till 9 PM. Which, if you think about it, is kinda weird. Why is it 6 till 9 PM? In Europe, we use 18 till 21 if we want to indicate what time it is by text. Now, I am a diehard conspiracy theorist, so excuse me if I'm reaching, but first the $sign and now the time written like this? I think a fate worse than the flooding of the entire planet has happened. I think America took over the world, or Portugal took over America. The mystery remains. On the side of the building, we can find 3 posters. Now, I don't speak Portuguese, but I am wondering what it says. The first poster translates to Multiverse Museum, Radionite, Future or Threat, followed by Come visit us in the Pearl District. Below that it says Free to die? I knew there was... Never mind, it says free for residents. Finally, at the bottom it says Sponsored by the Kingdom Industries, which, if you aren't into the lore too much, is the counterpart of the Kingdom Corporation from the Alpha Earth we live on. And they research teleporting things, so basically, they might be the reason why Bind exists. The next poster says the exact same, but instead about Radionite, it says something along the lines of the history of the first light. Which, honestly, I'm not too sure what that is about, but I think it has something to do with the exposure to the Alphaverse. Speaking of exposure, The final poster says Alphaverse Exposure, so the exposure of the Earth we played on before this map got released. And once again it says visit us in the Pearl District, which we can actually do on this map. But before we head over there, if we turn around you'll see a music shop. Just like with the previous shop, and the whole map for that matter, it's empty. There's no person inside. Well, aside from this armored teddy bear. I'm sure that has no impact on the story of the map, right? Right? Moving on, if you move to the right, you'll find yourself on Bombsite B, which, coincidentally, or maybe not so, is also the Multiverse Museum. The lore thickens. If we take the upper path to the Bombsite, there are 4 more posters on the wall, which translate to Don't be a nosy neighbor, aka Don't meddle with our business, and Separate Worlds, High Risks. I found this quite funny, as they openly advertise to mind your business, but at the same time they say they might be risking your entire life. The final 2 posters say, Beyond the Omega, we make it possible, and Keep it a secret, keep it safe. Or die. No, not really. The Bombsite itself might look pretty uninteresting. This is the so-called museum, but there's nothing here. Where's the collect? Oh, well, they should really upgrade their collection. There is a, I presume, scuba diving set, the teleporter, a chunk of radianite, gloves, and some kind of backpack machine thing, probably for diving. There's also this timeline thingy on the wall, but I can't really make out what it says. Whoever manages to decipher this will be pinned in the comments, so good luck. Just around the Bombsite corner, we got 2 wanted posters. Mr. Ruben Pontes is wanted for housing a fugitive, and he's also a dangerous guy, and Oron McInnes is wanted for being here illegally, supposedly housed by Ruben. And he's conspiring against Alpha. Not sure how that is going. If you are wondering what the description says, some of you who have been into editing for a while now could probably make out what it says. For those who haven't, it says Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet, which is often used in editing programs as placeholder text. The sentence doesn't actually mean anything, as it's completely random nonsense. I guess it's just here to fill up the blank space. I have a strong feeling that we will hear a lot more about these guys later down the line, but for now, we are going to move on. If I had to pick my favorite part of the map, it would definitely be here. It's just so peaceful. I honestly wish for Riot to stop putting these kill barriers so aggressively around maps, because just walking around here in a custom game would be so much fun. Where's the cashier? Oh, there he is. I would recommend the Cup A Joe or the Wall Bean. I like it when developers use these clever... Him again? On the other side of the map, we have the A side. I'm not really sure why we want to blow up this little cafe. Another bear? Also Riot? Explain yourself, man. Come on. Aside from these lore things, there isn't much more on the map to talk about. There are some interesting things though. For example, this clock. Instead of 12 hours, it has 24 hours. There is a picture of perhaps Race holding a first place trophy at this soccer store, and these plushies are playing a bottle spin game. And they're also drinking adorable mini beers. We also have this door, straight from Harry Potter. The map designers went out of their way to carefully detail this little spot, even though there is no legit way to access it, or look at it for that matter. And these stone steps make water noises, while they obviously should not. And where is he going? Hello. Oh, and look over there. Where's the bear going? Will this little route finally answer the question of why the American bears have replaced the Portuguese people? No, he's just meeting up with his friends. Not sure if they would let him join though. Don't want to turn the teams unfair. Or is he on his way from HQ and secretly informing his colleagues that it's time for step 2? Awakening the giant armored titan below the main square. That is up to your imagination. In conclusion, ignoring balancing, I would rate this map an 8 out of 10. They really went all out with the little details and shops, which just makes the world feel more alive and realistic. The only thing that is missing is a niche gameplay theme. Bind has teleporters, Haven 3 sides, and Pearl, I guess this little crouching bit over here. I would have loved if they added something to make it stand out from the other maps. Like maybe there are multiple domes, with trains connected between them, that travel every 10 seconds. I know it's ambitious, but hey, so is Fracture, and that is still in the game. Anyway, that is it for this video. Click here to watch my previous video, where you learn where to aim if you want to claim that entry kill on Bind. Or here if you want to learn if skins are actually paid to win. Thank you so much for the explosive amount of support, And until the next one, farewell.